Welcome, everyone. What is this? So, I'm doing headlines, news and headlines. I figured after looking at news all week, and this is basically condensing all of the news from Monday to Sunday. I have a couple of older news bits, but we're going to go ahead and look at articles that happened throughout the week. Things that have affected me in indirect ways. Honestly, I don't give a shit about most of this stuff, but you care about it. Most of you care about this stuff. So I decided to condense this down into like one video. All the stuff that happened this week, stuff that's relevant, important, however unimportant. Let's get to the most important stuff and the least important, shall we? Yeah. Boris Johnson ends England's COVID restrictions, including mask mandates and vaccine passports and scandal. And I know Paul Joseph Watson talked about this. That's how I know about it. I mean, ridiculous, right? So, yeah, England will end its mandatory face masking on Thursday. Prime Minister announced to applause from Parliament. So, yeah, I really fucking hope that this is not to appease. He's probably got some scandal. Maybe he slept around with some married woman. That's why he's coming out. Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe he got into some bullshit. I mean, he had some parties. How many? Didn't President Obama have like a big old party and nobody was wearing masks? How many people broke their own mandates that they put restrictions on us? Okay, remember I told you that when you put Donald Trump in the center piece, I mean, Trump was responsible for fucking Fauci being there too, in a way, because, you know, he brought out Fauci, and then Biden and everyone else still kept Fauci in the Biden administration. Dr. Fauci's a fucking quack. We don't give a shit about him. So it's the fault of a lot of people. But ultimately, we don't want any government to tell us how to do our shit. I don't want to be wearing masks anymore. I don't want to be told how to stay 6 feet apart. You know, the only people who should be wearing face masks are the ones who are making your food at McDonald's and Burger King and other places, okay? And, you know, the 6 feet apart, well, when I'm standing in line, maybe that matters. I don't know. But anyway, good on him. But we know he's doing it for insincere reasons because he's probably got caught doing something. Anyway, let's see how well they keep this up. McDonald's expanding the test of McPlant burgers in U.S. stores. So this is what, the 23rd. So it's expanding the sales of the meatless plant burger to hundreds of locations. The company said the McPlant, which it co-developed with plant-based protein Beyond Meat, which will be sold at 600 stores starting Valentine's Day, 2022. I think I had an Impossible Whopper or the Beyond Burger at Carl's Jr. Now, I don't know if I saw it on the Joe Rogan Experience, but I heard somewhere they had chemicals. Like similar, like, if you drink Coca-Cola, there's a lot of chemicals in Coca-Cola. It's not good for you, okay? You shouldn't be drinking a lot of soda anyway. But I'm wondering if anybody who's a vegan or a vegetarian, or you're just vegan curious, like I am. Like, I like to try some alternate meats. They're growing meats in labs. But I heard vegans have a problem with meat growing in a laboratory. Like, honestly, what does this do? Like, is this really good? Is this better than eating a burger? Or is it going to kill you? Is it like eating tobacco? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's any real toxins. The McPlant is made from peas, rice, and potatoes, among other ingredients. Well, I mean, I'm wondering if it's as simple as that. You know, it's like Subway. Remember how the bread was not bread or the tuna was not tuna? I'm keeping an eye on this. E3 digital event reportedly a mess and were probably canceled. So some reporter talked about this being a canceled event. Is this the end? The ESA recently revealed that E3 2022 would probably not be taking place in a physical setting for the third year in a row, but now it's looking like the digital event is probably canceled too. E3's physical event cancellation comes due to COVID-19 pandemic still having a strong impact on society, with the world gradually embracing the digital era more because of the deadly virus. However, with so many publishers and developers opting to host their own digital showcase, the need for E3 has become questionable in recent years. Now it seems that there may not be an E3 event, as an insider claims that it's a mess and probably canceled. My thoughts on that is that I remember the Consumer Electronics Show back in the 80s and 90s, and this has been an event, but obviously it's much easier to do directs. Nintendo was the first to do this. They wanted to try it out. Honestly, it's like, I think there should be a time when everybody puts their best foot forward. You know, with comic books, you have the San Diego Comic-Con. You have the New York Comic-Con. There should be an event where you pressure the developers to really put out something. But then, how much in development hell is that something? I mean, wasn't the Skywalker saga of Lego Star Wars, wasn't that, I think it was announced in March, I think March 2020, 2019. Was that E3 2019? I could have sworn that E3 2019 announced the Lego Star Wars game. And we barely get news about it like last week. So, I mean, that was great that Lego Star Wars is now close to being finished, but I don't know. Like, I still think there should be some kind of event that has directs, state of play, whatever it's got to be, so that people can look forward to something. And it's nice to have a physical place for people to meet, gamers to meet one another, play games together. I don't know. There should be something better. I don't ever want to see physical events go away, but I do want to see something different, a different approach. You know, so this is all speculation of speculation of speculation of somebody who may or may not care about this stuff. And let's address the elephant in the room. Microsoft to acquire Activision Blizzard to bring the joy of community of gaming to everyone across every device. So, with 3 billion people actively enjoying games, Microsoft will acquire this company, Activision, $95 per share in all-cash transaction valued at $68.7 billion. They got the Candy Crush, the Call of Duties, the Overwatches, the Warcrafts, the Diablos. Not Spider-Man, though. Spider-Man's still in Sony's ball court. So this all happened. It's going to happen soon, I guess. I'm not sure when the exact... Bobby Kotick will step down eventually. He's still continuing on, but he's going to step down amidst all the stupid allegations of sexual harassments. Fat, sluggish Bobby. So it's going to happen soon. They're going to get a hold of it. It's going to take a little while. But, yeah, this is all the stuff, acquisition. They got Activision Blizzard, and I think they have Bethesda now. So they got a lot of... They're like, it's like Joe Vargas said, they're like the Disney of video games. Because Nintendo doesn't buy stuff. I mean, Nintendo could have bought Rareware, so they have Rareware as well. My only concern is that they don't throw the IPs under the bus like with Rareware. I don't think they can buy Konami. They should. Konami deserves to get their stupid asses bought out based on their stupid pachinko venture now. I mean, they can't handle it. I mean, just Konami, just sell the company. You can't do it anymore. I mean, I don't understand. Somebody will explain one day why Konami made the choices they made and no longer make games. But, yeah, so you got Activision, you got Blizzard, you got King with the Candy Crush stuff. So, I kind of dropped out of wanting another Xbox after the 360 died. Maybe it was just the 360. The Xbox Ones, and maybe they're way better. But we all still remember the 3 red rings of death, and so I kind of just opted out. I got my Steam Deck in... I'll get it in July, I think, as early as July, after the second quarter. But yeah, that's good on them. I mean, Bobby Kotick got what he deserved. How long was he going to last, right? He's got his platinum parachute. He has more money than the human brain can conceive, as Jim Sterling once said. So Joss Whedon finally responds to claims that from Justice League... wait a minute, hold on. We lost the article. It is found. The filmmaker also addressed allegations from Buffy the Vampire Slayer actor Charisma Carpenter. I like Charisma Carpenter. So, yeah, I defended the Justice League, the original cut of the movie, and now I kind of have to walk it back a bit. I think that the original cut of Justice League, the movie version, is good for kids. If you're a little kid before you turn 13, that's a good movie for kids. But when you get to be going through high school, you better be watching the Zack Snyder Justice League. I've kind of had to do a 180 on this, didn't I? I remember he threatened to end Gal Gadot's career if she didn't do a certain scene. I still remember the scene where the Flash lands on top of Wonder Woman, but it's not Gal Gadot. It's either a stunt double or body double. So, because she didn't want to do that scene with Ezra Miller on top of her. He didn't seem to mind it, but she did. And I guess that made him mad. So there were different things that didn't work. Whedon also denies Gal Gadot's claim that he threatened her to end her career. English is not her first language. Whedon said, and I tend to be annoyingly flowery in my speech. I don't know what the fuck that means. He said he joked about a scene she wanted to cut. noting she'd have to tie. I get notifications all the fucking time. Fuck off notifications. She had to tie his body to a train track to cut it. Then I was told that I had said something about her dead body and tying her to the railroad track. So, you know, he said he joked about a scene she wanted to cut. She'd have to tie his body to a train track. Yeah, that's sad. The whole thing about this is that, you know, what happened with Zack Snyder's family was a tragedy. Everybody knows this. But it's worse when they went and flipped the whole script around. Now we have a mess of a DC Universe movie. I mean, between the animated stuff, like Batman Ninja, the Batman cartoons, the Superman cartoons, the Justice League stuff, the sort of the colorful, bright, colorful new direction of the DCEU, and then the old DCEU. And honestly, movies like Shazam and Birds of Prey, I did enjoy those movies. I did enjoy Aquaman. That was James Wan's baby. You know, you can't tell James Wan he can't do what he wants. You know, he wanted to direct Aquaman in that way. That's what he wanted. And I did a poll, and I said, which of these movies was the most important, or were you looking forward to seeing? And I had 5 different movies. One of them being Aquaman, one of them being Flash, one of them being Batman. Like 2 people voted for Batman. The Batman is something that anybody could, like flies to honey, like moths to a flame, that anybody could go and see a Batman movie. But the Flash is the most important one, because that's the one that's going to set in motion Zack Snyder's Justice League universe or not. And with Discovery acquiring everything for Warner Brothers and DC, we're going to see exactly how that plays out. Because even the directors of The Flash said he wanted to see that happen, like more Zack Snyder stuff. So, fuck off, Joss Whedon. And I feel for Charisma and Sarah Michelle Gellar, but only a little bit, because Sarah Michelle Gellar pissed all over He-Man, but whatever. Nobody deserves to be mistreated, sexually harassed. It's stupid, man. I just, you know, when I'm professional at work, I stay professional. You know, you got to listen to your talent, listen to your actors, listen to the director too, but listen to the actors. You know, just everybody has to work together to put out the best version of a superhero movie or action movie or James Bond movie. Anyway, I'm saying too much. I'm going on. Next article. Mike Judge and Greg Daniels bringing back that dang old King of the Hill. So that's what they're planning to do. I remember I saw something about a Smallville animated series. Oh, we got such a very narrow article here, don't we? 12 years after Fox and TV audiences bid adieu to Ireland, Texas, home to football, beer, barbecue, Mike Judge's King of the Hill is apparently set for revival. Greg Daniels. What are we going to do? I was trying to think of that character, the bald guy. Oh, I can't. Dale Rith? I don't know. Delbert? I don't remember all these characters. Hank Hill, right? This is petroleum gasoline and petroleum oil. I don't remember. Can't do the character very well. Despite its aggressively blue-collar trappings and Tom Petty voice work, was actually one of the most subversive, funny cartoons. All kinds of stuff. I don't know when it's going to come out. Collaborations. There's not a whole lot of information about this. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I did Beavis and Butthead. So they're just working. They're greenlighting the project. So I don't really care for the cartoon, honestly. I liked The Simpsons until they stopped being funny, 10 years ago. And I think Bob's Burgers is still relatable. I remember that Christmas episode of Bob's Burgers where you had, they were trying to get their Christmas tree back and they ended up going into a nightclub, a little makeshift nightclub in a little warehouse. But all they wanted was their tree back. You know, I like Bob's Burgers. I miss the Garfield cartoons out on primetime and the Peanuts cartoons. Remember those? There's very few cartoons that'll make you laugh anymore. The original episodes of Stressed Eric. I remember Stressed Eric was on NBC and it lasted 3 weeks. That was terrible. Family Dog. Family Guy used to be funny and now it's not. There's just not much going on with this. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. I kind of like Luann, the character of Luann, and then she married that inbred, idiotic hick guy. This cartoon. Anyway, let's find some better news. Now this is more than a week old, but I want to show this again. for those of you who've already seen it. This is the Batgirl costume. Now, a lot of people, I think Tyrone Magnus had a problem with it. Other people had a problem with this. I don't hate the costume, okay? Why don't I hate the costume? It looks like the costume. Now, I ranked in my mind with the various Batgirl costumes and incarnations, the best to worst, okay? So the worst one is Alicia Silverstone's. Alicia Silverstone is still hot. I like Alicia Silverstone. But I didn't like the Batgirl costume from Batman and Robin. I would put this one at number 3 of 4. Number 2 would be Dina Meyer's Batgirl costume from Birds of Prey. And number 1 would probably be Yvonne Craig Batgirl. Because, I mean, her costume is timeless. Like that glittery purple one. Batgirl, Batgirl, da, 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 da. I don't remember the words. Somebody knows the lyrics. Somebody knows the lyrics. They probably know the lyrics to Hamilton, too. But the lyrics to the Batgirl theme on the Adam West show. Yeah, so there's no real bad one, but this one could have been sexier, but it's true to the comic books, especially if her ears pop out. If her ears pop out, then it's true to the recent 2010s Batgirl. Not the Cassandra Cain one, not the Barbara Gordon one, but a different one. I forget who it is. But, yeah, this is like, I don't have a problem with this. I really don't. I know people do. I know people have a grievance against it. I do not. I'm one of those people that praise the costume. But to be fair, we've seen only one picture of this costume. So I need to see the boots and the thighs. I need to see everything. She might be thick on the bottom. You know what I mean? Like thick on the bottom and skinny on top. She's a thick Batgirl. Can you tell? And this one's not a great news story, but Angry Joe Show finally got Nintendo back on his YouTube channel. He did a little bit like with his clips, but he went back to play some old games he missed from 2021, including Ratchet and Clank. And so they played some Mario Party and Metroid Dread. I remember Joe, I made a comment. Joe says, oh, there's no good games that you can find on the Switch. I mean, no, I don't think so. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Zelda Breath of the Wild, okay? Nintendo's not Angry Joe's main focus. Yeah, his focus is on, you know, military games, Battle Royale, first-person shooter, army games from the PlayStation and Xbox and PC. That's his focus. But, you know, Nintendo may be a bunch of assholes when it comes to YouTube rights and you can't make your own game, will DMCA your ass. But Nintendo, when they want to be creative, they don't fuck around. They can be creative. They can make some really good shit. So, good on Joe. They better not demonetize him for this stuff. They already demonetized him for that one video. Was it Call of Duty Vanguard for not even liking the game? I already talked about this. Like, it's so ridiculous. So yeah, good on Joe. Hope he can make more. I think other Joe's a little more sympathetic to Nintendo, but you know, they all still agree that you gotta back off. Let people create their own games. As long as you don't make money, let people post on YouTube. You know, it's free advertising. People aren't trying to like take away your stuff. You know, it's like the Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Remember that? It was a limited time offer because Nintendo wanted to put Super Mario 64 on their online service. But there's different ways to make that online service accessible and have people. You could have a virtual console fucking store like the Arcade Archives in your Nintendo Switch shop, eShop, and have an online service. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there is a way to do these things and still make money. What is it Joe said that when he was talking about Activision, Microsoft, that Nintendo's $71 billion. What are you going to lose the money? Where will you lose that money? Tell me, Nintendo. Oshiete kudasai. Onegashimasu. Where are you going to lose that money? And before we close out, let's set a goal for the week. Let's set a goal. Let's do one goal, one thing. Go outside, or maybe you have a long staircase in your home. Maybe you have a luxurious house, okay? I want you to go outside, find a great set of stairs. They could be bleacher stairs. They could be stone stairs. They could be wooden stairs. They could be concrete, plaster stairs, metal stairs, whatever stairs, okay? Go up and down those stairs and see how fast you can do it within 5 minutes. Then go to 10, then 15 minutes. Maybe half an hour is the limit. You know, you go up those stairs, you do stuff, you do wonders for your knees. You do wonders for your ankles and joints. Your joints are going to, you know, the thing is, I was so impressed by this 100-year-old woman. I think she's dead now. This 100-year-old woman could do acrobatic tricks. She could take her legs and go over her head, like just spread her legs out this and do these really cool and she was 100 years old, but she did it like a sloth, you know. And so we do everything but slower as we get older. So try it out. Doesn't matter if you're I would say 7 or 8 years old. I think a 7 or 8 year old has the least amount you could go up those stairs. If you're 6, 7, 8 years old, or you're 100, 106, 107, 108 years old, try going up and down stairs, see how it works for you. And with that, let's start the week off right.